Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC and another edition of TNFNU, thoughts and feelings and updates. So if you're new to the channel, this is just an opportunity for me to just kind of like talk to you guys about my thoughts and give you guys some updates on what's going on as far as projects in the shop or knives that I'm working on. So a couple things came up this week that I just want to address and get it out there. So since the channel has gotten busier, which is a great thing, and I think the books filled up within 24 hours for the month of March, which was amazing. And I've had a lot of people reach out on Etsy, on Instagram, YouTube, and they're wondering how they can get in the books and getting a knife and seeing if I have anything available. And at this time, I mean, I have the Yoktos available. So if you want one of those Yokto packages, there's only 3 left, number 2 sold. And so I only have 1, 3, and 4 left. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I feel bad, because I would love to be able to just make everybody a knife who's reached out to me. But I'm also just one guy working in my garage. And like I have said, I have a 32-hour-a-week job. I have 1 full day designated to knives. And then I try to get an hour or 2 in every other day, plus a family and bills and everything else. So this is a hobby that is kind of making me some money to be able to say I can work 32 hours a week instead of 40 hours a week at my job. And that's because of you guys and the growth of the channel, so thank you. But if you've reached out and you're interested in me making you a knife, thank you. And I want to give that to you, of course. I want to be able to make you a knife. So this is how I do it. I'm going to break it down just so all the new people understand. Every month, at about the end of the month, I will open up 5 slots for the following month. Okay? So I'll put out a video here on YouTube, or I'll post something on Instagram. And you can either, when I do that, you have to pick one of the models. You pick one of the 2 steels that I work with, and try to have a basic idea of what you want to do for your handle material, whether it's a color, it's a material, it's something, and then we can work together to come up with your project. And it's basically, you have to message me on Instagram, or you can email me, ariesedc@gmail.com. I know I have my email address, and I will get it right one day on these things, but I totally butchered it for the giveaway video, so I apologize for that. And the first 5 people that reach out to me, I will get you on the books. And then that, sometimes I have some time to do other things on the books as well. So like this month, I'm gonna show you, I took on another build, just kind of on the side. But the 5 books are priority, and then that one gets done on the side, and that's kind of what I do. Or if I find myself in a lull, which we're going to talk about, then maybe I can pull out another design and just do something for myself, because ultimately I do this for me. Although I love to be able to share what I'm doing with you guys, and so you guys can see what I'm building and what's going on. But, you know, for me, they're my designs, and I want to get them out to you guys and make my designs. So if you're interested in me making a knife, just be patient. Look out for that video and try to reach out to me as quickly as possible. But please watch that video all the way through and understand that, you know, you got to know what model you want, what steel you want, and handle material. And it's pretty simple, but it can get, the handle materials where you're going to get caught in a trap, because There's a lot to pick from. But that's okay. We'll make it work. So, it's good that I'm growing and I'm staying busy. And sometimes I'm afraid I might get too busy, and I might have to try to open my books up a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I open it up to 7 a month. I'm hesitant even to say that, but I think 5 is working out right now. And the thing is, 5 allows me maybe some time to do something that I want to do, which there's a video coming out where you can see that. And then there's some side projects that I want to get to, and I just haven't had a chance to get to them. I especially have one big build that I want to do this year. I bought some materials a while ago, and I want to be able to get to it, but I don't want to be able to take on 7, 8 builds a month and never be able to do something that I want to do. Does that make sense? So I appreciate everybody looking out for me, push the channel. I want to get people to the channel, and I want to be able to sell the 5 spots for the entire year, and then maybe next year it'll be more. I don't know. I have to reassess at some point in time, but it's only March, so I got a long way to go. So, I have that going on, but I don't want to get too big because, I want the channel to get big, but it's scary to me to be like, okay, well, all these people are going to want a knife, and I don't want to let people down. But I think at some point I'm going to have to say, hey, sorry, maybe next month I'll get you. I filled up my books, blah, blah, blah. And then I feel bad, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, man, I'll do yours too. And that's not fair. That's not fair. I want to pick the first 5 and go from that. Or maybe I need to reassess and figure out another way to do it. Like literally, I could probably fill April right now, all 5 spots. I could probably fill May, half of May, or all of May with the amount of people that have been reaching out and interested in projects. I could probably fill through May, which is awesome. But there's also people that probably aren't saying anything that want to get on the books too. So it's tough. It's really tough. I don't want everybody to be angry at me or upset, but then again, it's just me in my little shop working, and I don't work that fast. And some of you guys will disagree because as we're going to talk about, I'm almost all the way done with the March builds. So that's awesome. But anyway, I'm glad I'm busy. I'm glad that I'm able to fill the books, but I'm afraid of getting where I'm upsetting people, turning people away. And I don't want to do that, but you guys have to understand it's just me having fun doing this. And I also don't want it to turn into a job that I'm like, I got to go out in the shop. I got to make this knife. I don't want to ever, if I get to that, then I'm going to lose the interest. And I don't want to lose the interest because some of the things I'm working on, I'm excited. Some of the things I have in the works, I'm really excited about. There's some designs I'm really excited about. There's a new design that I haven't even been able to really look at yet because I've just been so busy. And I promised that person to you, my friend, I'm going to get to it. I need to print it out and I need to get it to wood and then figure out what we're going to do from there. But I'll get there. So that's what I have for you with that. Another question that came up to me today. Somebody sent me a picture of, I think it's the Outlander. So it's a fixed blade, but the edge is all across the bottom. So, what do I want to show you guys? Okay, so I have my yoke dough, but instead of this area being, I guess, the ricasso or non-sharpened area, and then the choil, all of this was all blade. Does that make sense? So it was sharp all the way to here. And somebody asked why I always do a choil. And it's almost like a guard. And that's why I do it. All of my knives, I end it right there. Number one, well, I mean, I guess I could bring it all the way here. It's just the handle's going to look a little different, etc. The problem is that blade gets close, right? If this edge, ooh, that's sharp. If that edge goes all the way to here, your finger's right there at the edge. And I know that kind of in the knife world, sometimes that happens. But if you have a flipper, sometimes it doesn't. But if you have a knife that you can choke up, then you're right there at the edge. I don't know. All of my knives, I have the talent. All of my knives have that little area, and that just keeps your finger away from the edge. I don't know. And it's just kind of like my little design aesthetic. But I feel like with a little fixed blade, you don't want your hand anywhere near the cutting edge. And this is perfectly safe. I don't feel the need to choke up on it that much. You can pinch grip it and you're still away from the blade. My finger is not nowhere close to the edge. So I don't know. That's just kind of my explanation, is it's safer for the user and your finger's nowhere near where that blade's going to be. Could I do that? Yeah. Somebody has asked me before to make a blade, but don't take the edge all the way to there. I don't know. I feel like it's unsafe. I feel like somebody could get cut doing it. And, I try to make my blades as sharp as I possibly can. I'm not a sharpener by any means, but I do my best. So anyway, that came up as well. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So let's talk project updates. So if you're following me on YouTube and you're following me on Instagram, you know that the 2 Yoktos and the Tobiko are done. This is the only one I have left. This is getting shipped out the day that this video releases. It'll be gone. The other 2 shipped out the day on today. So those 2 are gone and they're off to their new owner. And I hope you guys who are getting them, Father is getting the Tobiko, and Kevin, that purple Yokto was awesome. And then Ray, you're going to be getting this one soon, my friend. It's going to ship very soon. I'll send you the tracking, and the stone-washed black and red G10 Yokto will be on its way to you. So that leaves the 2 that I have left. And that is the pistol and the Balloom. Unfortunately, they're at Peter's heat treating. And I called them and they basically were like, well, it takes 2 to 3 weeks for that to happen. And I was like, yeah, how long have you had it? Oh, we've had it for a week. I said, okay, well, you haven't done anything with it in a week. And I like Peters. They do an amazing job, but lately it's been taking a little longer. And they do put on there that it takes 2 to 3 weeks turnaround, but it's usually not done that until recently. So I don't know. I'm hoping I get it back soon because I like to be able to finish those before April, because here it is the middle of March and I still have those 2 blades to fix and I don't know when they're going to come back. They could be another 2 weeks before they come back, which puts me right at the end of March into the beginning of April of finishing those blades, plus starting April, which is why I always try to get ahead as best I can, because I don't want to get behind. But, I don't have a heat treat oven. I don't have a doer for the tempering process on stainless with aluminum plates and the cryo and all that other stuff that they do. I just don't have that. And I don't even know where I'd put all of that because my shop is so small. But one day I'll have all of it. One day I'll slowly build up, and just like the grinder video, I'll be able to do that. So in the meantime, waiting for those two to come back, I told you guys I had the Rockhopper on hold. But today I was able to get that shape really well, get the holes drilled, get the surface prepped and ready. And now this one is ready for bevels already. So tomorrow morning, as I'm filming this, I'm going to be putting the bevels on the Rockhopper. So if I can get the bevels good and it hand sanded out really well, then maybe I'll be able to get this heat treated and on its way to getting done. So then I just ordered the handle material on this, which is, I'm going to tell you, it's another type of kieranite. You guys love your kieranite, and I guess I do a good job doing it since you guys like it so much when I do the kieranite. So this is going to be another kieranite, different than any of the other ones that I've done. So this is going to be a new color, and I look forward always to doing that. So there you go. We have the Rockhopper on that. And I mentioned it a few minutes ago about new designs. So I've had a couple of people reach out to me and offer me or send me pictures of knives that they're designing. And I think that's awesome. I love that you guys are coming up with new designs for knives. And as much as I would like to be like, hey, I want to do that for you. I want to do it for you. I can't. I think as it is right now, I have 20 something designs in total. And it's already way too many. And then I had somebody come out and they're like, no, I'm sending this to you and it's just for you. I only want it for you, which I really appreciate you. I really appreciate that design, and I'm going to get to it. I promise you I'm going to get to it. Maybe sooner than later, if I can get this Rockhopper in good shape, then I will have nothing to do. So I'll be able to get to it. But I for those of you guys reaching out, if you want to share with a design with me, I am more than happy to look at it. But I cannot take on any more designs. I can't. It's already too much. I have the Tobacco, I have the Yocto, I have the Flamingo, and those were all designs that I worked with somebody on, except for the Yocto. The Yocto, I didn't have anything to do with the Yocto. That was a well thought out, already put in place design, and he sent me that blank for it and everything. Where the Tobacco, I worked with Tim B. He sent me some designs, he sent me some pictures, and I kind of drew it out and tried to trace some stuff, and I kind of made up the design myself, put a different handle on it, and we came up with the design that we came up with. Same with the Flamingo, Stacy Bolster Blades. She sent me some pictures and some ideas, and I worked off of that, and I came up with a design that she approved of, and that's where the Flamingo came from. So we have the Flamingo. And then, but the Yocto was something that was all Tim. I had nothing to do with it. It's just a well thought out design, and that's what he did. I now have taken it and I just did the handles instead of the removable handles or the naked Yocto, which that's what he wanted. But you guys are taking it a step further with the handles, and I like it, man. I hope the people that are getting these are going to be happy with them, because if they want to send them back, I'll be more than happy to keep that in my collection. But so that's what I have for you. I hope I'm not coming off as being rude with the new designs and stuff. I really appreciate you guys. It's great that you guys reach out and share your designs with me. I love seeing them. So if you just want to share, hey, go ahead. And I wish everybody the best, because for you to feel what I feel when I come up with a design and then I turn that design into a usable product, this is the talon is a perfect example. I came up with a design. I didn't even think I could make that knife, and then I did it. Was it perfect? No. I documented that it wasn't always going to be perfect. But when you finally are able to finish it, and then you get a finished product in your hand of something that you designed and you created, there's nothing better. And I think some of you guys who are coming up with some amazing designs and you're getting them made by other like makers or production, that's awesome. That's awesome. Knives Fast or Tempest Knives, Loot with all the stuff he's doing, the New Breed, EDC, and Matt, you did yours. It's so cool. But, for me, I take my designs and I make it myself. I'm not sending it off for production. So understand, I am very small production. And I'm one person doing this on the side. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate it. Please, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment or not. That choice is yours.